Hey man, stay safe world. You already know what's going on. On December 18, 2021, DRAKEO the Ruler was killed at a Live Nation event.
Well, a man is reported dead after being stabbed at a concert in Exposition Park last night. TMZ is reporting the victim was rapper DRAKEO the Ruler. It happened around 8:30 last night during the Once Upon a Time in LA Music Festival being held at the Bank of California Stadium.
And currently, Live Nation is facing a liability lawsuit against DRAKEO's family, and they just lost a major motion to dismiss the case, which looks like Live Nation might be held responsible for everything that went down, man. Definitely a crazy scenario. If you've been following the channel, I've been following the DRAKEO situation for a minute, man. So let's get into this shit right now and everything that's going down. But before we do, man, make sure y'all check out the merch. We just dropped new zip-ups, man. StaySafeWorld.com, www.staysafeworld.com. So go tap into that, help support the channel and shit like that. Man, so let's get it. So an LA judge basically refused to dismiss the Live Nation liability in DRAKEO's deadly stabbing on the grounds of no prior similar incident occurring at a venue where he got killed, which totally makes sense because where in your life have you seen an artist get injured or even killed at his own event? Honestly, you rarely even see people get killed at events. There be whole crazy shit going on, and like usually the last one that we kind of saw was the whole Astroworld incident, and guess who was the prime suspects in that shit? Live Nation again, man. So obviously they have some lapses in security or judgment or some type of crazy shit that even allows this type of stuff to happen. But the Los Angeles County Superior Court Judge Yolanda Orozco has denied Live Nation's motion to dismiss a lawsuit brought against them by DRAKEO the Ruler's brother, Devontae Caldwell, aka Ralphie the Plug. Rolling Stone reports, and the Fader can confirm. Her ruling, obtained by Rolling Stone, holds the fact that no prior similar incident to DRAKEO's tragic stabbing at the Once Upon a Time in LA festival in December 2021 had occurred at the Bank of California Stadium, and is not, as the global entertainment company argued, sufficient grounds to dismiss Caldwell's claims of negligence, premises liability, and emotional distress. Honestly, not only at that stadium, but in general, where the fuck have you even seen this type of shit happen? Like, I've never seen an artist, maybe like the XXXTentacion show, that was the last time I've seen an actual artist get attacked, but like this was like, I've never seen an artist get killed, man. Caldwell filed his initial complaint last February, less than a month after Tiana Perttu, mother of DRAKEO's then 5-year-old son, brought her own $60 million civil suit against Live Nation. Other defendants in the case include Once Upon a Time in LA promoters Bobby D Presents, Jeff Schumann, and Snoop Dogg's LLC, as well as Bank of America Stadium owners, Major League Soccer, and the Los Angeles Football Club. The ruling represents the court's recognition of Live Nation and other defendants' role in the injustice suffered by DRAKEO, his family, and friends. Caldwell's attorney, Jovan Blackwell, told Rolling Stone, "We are one step closer to providing justice and closure to this horrific experience. We believe that the court absolutely reached the right decision with the ruling. It acknowledged our complaint painted a picture of conduct by these promoters that was unconscionable. DRAKEO was violently taken from his family, friends, and fans forever. His friends and brother were brutally attacked, and his brother had to watch DRAKEO take his last breath. The web of people whose lives were affected by this terrible event is massive. All this suffering was completely avoidable if these promoters prioritized their clients and DRAKEO's safety rather than their profits. With the complaint being upheld by court, we are now able to move forward to proving the facts of what happened through evidence and getting justice for the tragedy that changed countless lives forever." Man, this is like coming off one of the craziest years in Live Nation that I've seen. Like, usually Live Nation is just known for, like, you know, doing events and stuff like that, but they've been having a lot of slack, especially since the Astroworld incident, and more eyes have basically been on them. Obviously there was some type of security lapse that went down, and they were trying to, you know, cut corners with it in both scenarios. With the whole Astroworld situation happening like previously, like a couple months before, you would think that they would learn from that and be able to employ like more security officers from like outside resources and third parties and stuff. But whatever they did this time around totally did not work because they failed. They completely failed the mission. Out of everything that you could possibly happen in a show, the #1 worst thing that you can happen is your artist die, and then you be not held liable for it? That doesn't even make any sense. You're the one that's in charge of the security, especially if they were not allowing certain people into the venue. Obviously it was a problem. And the fact that, yo, isn't it crazy too, thinking about it, like no one has even come forward in the police or anything providing any type of witnesses or like any type of person that could be involved with this case. It's been longer than a year and they have no leads on a case that happened in broad eyesight. Like everyone could see what happened and no one knows who did it, and the police are not able to know, man. I feel like it's only right that Live Nation pays up something, because they're the ones that are ultimately liable for this shit. They paid him and wanted him to come out here. They were the ones that were in charge of everything, so it only makes sense that they're the ones that should take the fall for this shit. It's just crazy that they feel like that they have no responsibility, and that just shows that imagine what else can happen. This is just like an eye-opening experience, because the fact that an artist could die in their show just shows that it's like, yo, they need to like prioritize safety, and they really don't prioritize that shit enough. Because imagine if this shit was Taylor Swift or like fucking Adele or some crazy shit. Like the world would stop and people would definitely ask questions. I feel like because it's rap, like the majority of people don't really feel that there's a need to really protect these people, but it extends further than just rap. Like the music industry as a whole should definitely prioritize artists in whatever capacity to make sure that they're not getting injured at the shows that you're paying them to go there. Because it's like DRAKEO the Ruler would have not been at that show if they didn't pay him to go and tell him to go. He would have been doing some other shit. So the fact that they paid him to pull up and then allow him to die and just try to just forget about it, man, that's super crazy. But let me know in the comments what y'all think about that shit, man. Do you think that Live Nation is responsible for DRAKEO the Ruler's death, or you feel that this was a unavoidable situation that couldn't have been avoided in any other way? Man, let me know what y'all think. Real safe shit.